the expectation is that we go out there and compete to the best of our ability, and that's all we can control. That's what we talk to our guys about, is they've got to take complete ownership and responsibility for the things that they can control, and they've got to be able to let go of the things that they can't control. It has been an expectation of mine that the best day of football is the last game you play, because your team improved every single day throughout the course of the season. Yeah, we got a very good core of running backs. I think that's one of our deepest positions, and it makes sense coming out of the style of offense that Capital had been running here, that you're going to have some good solid backs, and we found that to be true during preseason camp. But Corey Heater, Isaiah Lyle, Christian Peach, and a couple of young guys, Nick Santavica and Evan Butler, have all done a great job preseason camp. I think we've got a good running back committee there, all very capable, all have unique things that they do a little bit better, and some areas that they all need to develop a little bit. But I think it's a strong group overall, and we've come in out of our preseason camp, and we've still got a couple weeks before we play a game. At this point, are feeling good about all of them. From a young receiver standpoint, David Barnett is a first-year player that has come in and done a nice job. He's just a big target compared to maybe some of the other guys. He's almost a tight end body. But Nate Sperling's a guy that's been at Capital, but a little bit new to football. He was coming off a little bit of an injury that he had coming into camp, but worked his way through that and really got on the field and started doing some good things for us. Wyatt Pertisset, he's a versatile guy. The offensive line is an older group, a deeper group, and has very, very solid numbers. And I know Coach Terachuk, working with those guys, has graded every single snap of preseason camp. And really what's amazing when you look at it is how even it is across the board. You see in college football a goal being for defensive linemen to have about 8 guys that they can roll through in a game, and I think we're going to have that on the offensive line, which is unique from my experience in coaching, that you really feel like you've got almost 10 guys that you are very comfortable putting in the game. But it allows you to give some spells to guys. It's a position group we feel good about, and their challenge is just learning the different style of things that we're doing, different blocking schemes, significantly more pass protection than they've probably had to work on in the past, and I think they're doing a nice job developing there. Depth-wise, on the defensive line, we're not where we want to be. It's a position where we're a little bit thin, and that we've had to be intelligent about how we approach things there and set some things up that we're not wearing those guys down. But Tyler Connor is a guy that's played quite a few snaps on the defensive line. He's at one of the end positions. Ben Heilman is another guy that has played quite a bit in the past and is working on the opposing end position. And moved Chris Lee up from linebacker level to the defensive tackle position, and he's disruptive. He is, if you consider the background as a linebacker, a quicker, more athletic interior lineman than you may see. Derek Ebon's that traditional inside linebacker, just kind of what you think of, tough, hard-nosed, leadership qualities, versatile. He's a long snapper for us as well, and there's a lot of things that he does, and I think across the board from a coaching staff standpoint, he's just a guy that you trust, a guy that's going to get things communicated to the guys up front, make sure that the defensive guys are all on the same page on the field. He's going to be doing the right things and holding his teammates accountable. He's been very impressive in the time that we've got to work with him. Well, we're looking to J.R. Garrigo as a guy to be kind of the defensive quarterback back there. He's a savvy football player. He gets the game well, and I think he has been doing a very solid job of getting everyone in the defensive backfield on the same page.
Very excited. New offense. It's going to be a lot more open-ended. I think it's going to be a lot more exciting, a lot more fun to watch for the fans, everything. we're having a lot of fun with it this fall. Installing in the spring, and then kind of sharpening things up this fall. It's been a lot of fun, and I think we're looking really well. Now it's inside out, different kind of offense, and I think it's benefiting everyone, not just myself, but I think it's playing to the kind of athletes that we have, which is nice. We've been practicing against each other all camp, which has been fun and competitive, and there's been a lot of back and forth, which has been good, and coach has been preaching that a lot, and I think it'll be great to finally go against someone else and showcase what we've been working on. The quarterbacks have transitioned smoothly. The receivers are loving it a lot more, obviously, and then it's we've got great plays. Run off play action, great pass concepts. So everyone's happy, and we're getting the ball in our playmakers' hands, which is nice. I think there'll be more points on the board. I feel like we can have a really successful offense behind the offensive line that we have, and then just getting it to our playmakers and trusting that they'll make plays, which I know they will.
It's not about what happened on the previous play. It's about what you're going to do on the next play every time. And that's how we have to approach everything. Adversity is inevitable in this game and in this life. All right, it's all about how you respond and how you deal with it. And you have control over that. All right, you have that power. You have that control. You get to choose. All right, choose wisely.